Ad Astra Abyssosk. Recently, the adventurer...
The Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help? Well, let me go over it briefly.
Rift Hounds? A narc?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these... The sacred Sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are good. Then you...
Is the Tenryou Commission?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, their main priority is to... The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assist... You have our deepest gratitude. Your confident response puts me far more at ease. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Hound appear in...
Relax. We'll be back before you can say...
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? More speed.
Don't be scared!
Insolence shall be punished.
No escape!
Crush! Impertinent fool, be gone! There is no escape! Purging transgression! Shudder! Belongs to ice and snow. More speed. More speed.
They're attacking the sacred Sakura! Stop them!
Crush!
Clouds high, the birds call, one with nature.
You wait! You're up! Hey, go away!
Shine down! Shudder!
Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the Tenryou Commission needed help! Come on, Travelers, you can take them!
Wind and cloud. Torn to oblivion.
Shogun? Wait, no! Could also be...
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you. You sure made short work of them! That was amazing!
I'm making early preparation. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my...
Makes sense. You must get super bored being...
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external... I considered this matter worthy of my attention. So I pursued them, and they led me here. If the Shogun, rather than I, were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation...
Why? Because...
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, but Rift Hounds attacking the sacred Sakura.
A disaster?
Yes. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts. So you've heard. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. But an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, from the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby.
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company. Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monster... This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's Huh? What's this? Could they be dead people? But why would...
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on...
What happened here?
Who are you? What are you doing? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sight, we will defend Inazuma until our dying... You don't know? Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They're merciless, ferocious, and every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you.
But look!
Not right now, but they'll be back. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one... I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our...
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's... the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please...
Calm down. The war
over.
Look around you. The grass grows green and there are no monsters.
What? But how? Just moments ago, they were... I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down.
I think I understand. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what...
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw, the sacred Sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth, an entity formed with strong filth, would be highly aggressive. But when purified, it presents in the purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards.
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now? Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while the disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step up. My friend, Kitsune Saigu, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it...
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster...
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared. I never had the chance to see her one last time. But even then...
Hey?
Yes. For the longest time, all my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters... But... After my clash with human ambition, when I traveled around Inazuma with you, moving forward inevitably invites further. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, all those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps the future they were hoping for is not the eternity that I once strove for. As Inazuma's god, it is warriors of the past who spilled your blood on this land. I will never forget you and all that you did for Inazuma.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
There is no escape! Shine down!
Leave them to me.
Now you shall perish! Ha! Ha! Ha!
Illusion shattered! To oblivion!
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and...
You are unduly concerned. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters...
makes sense. Spoken like a... The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
Furuyama?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you...
Fighting a battle in a distant land?
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in Your Excellency's presence. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do? Yeah. Sheesh.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, and now the Almighty Shogun is here. Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. People flee out of a desire to live on, and the desire to live on stems from a feeling, but me, I have no such thoughts. The Almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart, a true dreamer. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have...
Perhaps.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark. Now, once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survive... Oh, goodness me. The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the... One moment, I'll just... I hope the others didn't smash it to... Really? But it's always been right by my side. I couldn't possibly have my guests...
Don't worry about it. Take a rest.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you?
This place is... complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house. Leave it to us.
But... Well, okay. I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun. I can't decide whether it's a final regret.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but this...
After my eyes went bad, many aspects of daily life became much more challenging. But now, it looks like I have to rely on you.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato?
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister, Raiden Makoto. He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns, but he always acted as if he was completely unaware of it. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Indeed we did. Yet, in her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future held. They are similar, but not identical. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This, somewhat now. It seems like she was right.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, an ambition is a yearning for something material or a concrete outcome. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans.
That's...
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't... I didn't understand at the time. I suppose what it comes down to is that... Yes, it does. I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity, but now I no longer cling to what was lost.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your...
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the...
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself.
Or
So we didn't even have a chance to...
the information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to be... Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on... The tea is ready. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. You're right. But the things I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonable. The events of 500 years ago. Not...
She died in that disaster?
Yes. She went to Konria alone. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice. Yes. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point. So all I could do, it was there that we bid each other a final farewell. Why did she go to Konria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity.
That's quite...
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great suck... That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted... In the end, I simply had to accept with the help of the sacred Sakura's power.
This is all really hard to understand.
Yes. She had such a great love for this land. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events, but even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced...
Brother? You mean to say that he was somehow involved in the Konria...
Based on what we've learned so far?
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, and also... So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, boy. Both of you have experienced great...
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's... Thank you, Destiny, for giving us...
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
follow the wind. Time to go. Time to go.
Once again, please leave them.
Hey!
Fear not. Shine down! There is no escape! Illusion shattered!
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Illusion shattered! There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. We'll deal with... Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too! Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men! They're coming back for more!
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak,
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means if the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now, just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited. This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
Clouds high. The birds
Don't be scared!
Inazuma shines eternal! Beg for mercy!
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City and regroup with the general.
When everyone sees the almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be...
Well, what are you?
We will stay here and guard against the monster's advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best. But the almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we will always place our faith in the almighty Shogun.
Oh, thank you all very much. I promise you that I will create a bright future for Inazuma. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my...
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma...
Glory to the Shogun!
Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The result being that in the centuries since their you could take the view that whatever I say to them is mean. But even so, they are due a resolution.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's...
Thank you for your comforting words. I used to think just like that samurai. That I was first and foremost a warrior. And my only duty was to face whatever... But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done. Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like...
Change will come to Inazuma, no matter how long it takes. I am committed to bringing this to fruition. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. It doesn't... I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro...
Alrighty then, let's move on. Hey, looks calm. She seems to have changed. Huh? What's wrong, eh? What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
It looks like the situation... No need. I need to go to the cave.
Why? What?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps.
Time to scout. More speed.
illusion shattered!
There is no escape!
But a moment...
Time to go. Follow the wind.
We're finally...
Whoa! Where'd that Torii gate come from?
This is a place... It looks like she will know...
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is...
Follow me.
Where are we go? Whoa. This place... Look! Look, it's another...
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the One Within. Should the One Within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows...
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, but have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible... I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors. The discomfort I was experiencing, as she indicates. Once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has their showdown with the
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed. I would not try to...
Isn't there any other way? Can't you hack it through or something?
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realms. It inherits A's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that every action undertook determination, courage, only rule. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have... You wish to make yourself mine? I am your task, the everlasting Lord, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Ride an A! of the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She really recovered?
Pathetic. There is no escape! Now you shall perish! Your verdict is decided. This world, a fleeting shadow. A divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Transcending. Torn to oblivion. Weak. Pathetic. Weak. Be gone. There is no escape. Inferior. Inazuma shines eternal. The eye sweeps the lands. Only emptiness awaits.
Have you finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not. But how long can your victory? In this realm of hope, she was built to resist erosion. Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. Look, you and I don't do this. The Shogun's rules can never. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last. Months, years, centuries. And 500 years ago, humanity proved that here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices. Tear the earth. It is about time I understand that. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is for I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands. Pass on my word.
Someone's not in the best of moods. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep...
But you're only...
That was a figure of speech. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah, something really big
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable. Presumes her sheer will can see her through. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of...
Is she playing dumb? She's
Aha, you're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of all I know is that it's the foundation of the
Because Raiden Makoto...
Not just because of that. The nature... Anyway, we needn't... First things first. Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question to the outsider. The realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the...
So, it's
Yes, no need to try and understand. Everything is This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you place your conscious...
What? Alright, well, I'm on stage.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, always... Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course... I see. Oh, nothing. It just seemed... By the way, remember to focus constantly on... Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant... Well then, the door's open. I'll stay outside and provide what stability... I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please, bring her back.
Rico, you better do what you're doing.
That's enough chatter. Get to work. Focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
To the title of Guardian. Now these two return once more to this space. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began Final duel? Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. The energy they consume, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. Inferior! And will be united, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. You have endured. I will endure forever. Shine down! Purge all obstacles! This is the end. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But a will that cannot be eroded. You need not worry about the future. I know your power more than any. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso, the blade that I inherited from. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle. This power is beyond the limits. This blade belonged to Makoto. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hand, it was at once a familiar feeling. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change, but as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my— Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, there was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. But everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to— I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you. Did you know what was about to happen? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to— In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I— Here, take it. Before— But it is you who must take the—
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. dreams. Illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred sakura in the realm of consciousness. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has not...
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition...
Well,
I know what you mean. Perhaps a higher power without the sacred sakura, Inazuma would let...
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred sakura. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred...
No. But I understand why now. It was because the sacred sakura...
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different?
The sacred sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes. At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always...
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the out. My first thought was... has a great disaster, but it turned out you had come to rescue me. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me.
A, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun...
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your... After all, you saw Makoto.
I only heard her voice. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, I have to say. This has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma... She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to... I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the event. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Makoto said the exact same thing!
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku.
Really? That's huge!
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by. I don't doubt that many challenges lie. I'm looking forward. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them. Abolishing the Sakoku decree has a myriad of implications. It would be folly to say that it will be all. For example, I can foresee the outside world.
Hey, you're thinking about this all so conscientiously.
Honestly, Miko. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but Makoto's gaze was always fixed on the. But now, I see that hers was a gaze full of delight and hope.
If the people of the past deserved the god's attention, then.
Indeed. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma. To put it bluntly, it was constant torture. Faced with an endless battle, I had to remain focused, safe to say. Were it not for my previous experiences in combat, my skills would not have been up to the challenge. And through it all, you also had your part to play. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma. But don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I will be sure to remind the Tenryou and Yashiro commissions of their duties in this regard. It's not only the monsters that I am worried about. I'm concerned about what else might escape from the sacred Sakura.
That's a tough one, all right. There's plenty more besides memories held in the ley lines.
Since you clearly understand, perhaps you could think about making an effort too. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but
Yai Miko said nothing of this. Some words are not to be passed on. Trust me, you don't want to know the cost of betraying me. Just think of the things I said to you.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Ooh, I suddenly want some fried toast.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.